Hello everybody and welcome back to Dragon Wing Diamonds. I am here today with a WIP in chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat, well, I'm going to just tell you a little bit about my week. Today, since it's August 1st, yay, I am working on Sailor Mars. This is my kit that I'm working on for Sailor Summer that's being hosted by Sophie over at the Diamond Help Desk and Liz over at Sleeping Luna Designs. Brain fart already, okay. So what I'm using, oh yeah, and the kit's from Jaded Gem Shop, of course. So what I'm using is I have my Enablers Outpost pen here with the red sparkles inside of it. Very Sailor Mars-esque. I'm actually using a cover minder that I made. I actually made this myself. I made a couple for the event as like a little giveaway thing. Just put a little bit of felt on there and the magnet and bam. But yeah, these are pins that were left over from my daughter's birthday party, and I was like, hey, Sophie, do you want these for the event? And then she's like, oh, you don't have to worry about sending them over. I'm like, I don't care, I'm still doing it because I need to get rid of them. I had so many left over. I am also using my red cat-proof diamond painting tray. And we have our Simply Gilded washi tape with the moon crest on it. And then in my pen, my single placer, we have cinnamon coffee cake, and my multi-placer, I have kiwi strawberry from Miranda's Crafty Corner. And then of course I am using my Art Dot storage system. Is that everything? I think it is. Okay. And I got my coffee in my Luna and Artemis mug, so I'm all Sailor Mooned out today, so I'm excited. So yeah, let's get started. How are you guys doing today? Hope everybody's having a fantastic week. Our week has been kind of crazy, a little sporadic, because we didn't get the boys back on the normal day that we usually would. So their mom is currently on vacation that she couldn't take the boys on. And so we're gonna go like 2 weeks without seeing her because she's basically getting back just in time for them, like to see them for like a couple hours before they come back to us on Sunday. So yeah, so we kind of like did a little difference with the week. So originally we were supposed to get them back on Wednesday. Instead, she wanted to keep them for a couple extra days so that way they could spend some more extra time with her before not seeing her for a couple weeks. And we're like, yeah, that's fine. So, and that worked out perfectly because it was just at the end of the week where Sydney was having her teething, growth spurt, vaccine shenanigans that we were dealing with. So yeah, it worked out for us because we were able to get her back into a normal schedule before the boys got back, so that was good. So yeah, that being like that throwing off the week though, like, cause you know, I don't work right now, and my weeks are like Sunday is the day the boys come back. Sunday is the day the boys leave. So Sunday, like, that's my way of telling what day it is. So I've been very thrown off this week. I'm like, wait, what day is it? I think I said today was Wednesday multiple times. I'm like, wait, no, it's Tuesday. So yeah, that's been pretty funny. But yeah, so yeah, we got them back a little bit later, so it's just been weird, and like everybody's been thrown off from it too, like even the boys are struggling with it a bit. So yeah, Wednesday last week we were supposed to get them back that day, but then Alex asked for like one more bedtime at his mom's house. So we're like, yeah, we can't say no to that, of course. So we let them have one more night over there. Not one more, but one extra night over there. But on Wednesday, my friend April came over because I recently got her into diamond painting, and she started a new job this week. So she was off all last week because she basically gave herself a week between jobs to like recoup and prepare. Still learning. This is my first section, so I'm still learning where everything is in the storage container there. Okay. Yeah, so she had the week off, so she's like, oh, let's have a crafting day. I'm like, okay, you literally tell me what day, because I'm free literally all the time. It's like what I always tell my friends when they're like, oh, we should get together. I'm like, I'm free all the time. Like, just tell me what day you want to hang out. So yeah, she came over and we had a little crafting day, the two of us, and of course it was like a day that Sophie goes live, and I'm a mod over there for Sophie, so I was like, oh, I need to jump into this if you're okay with it, and she's like, oh yeah, that's fine. And so like we got some like mixed hard lemonade, had some pizza, worked on our diamond paintings, and listened to Sophie's live. It was a pretty good night. It was a lot of fun. We were giggling quite a bit because it's like the first time I actually like had like an amount of alcohol really since Sydney was born. Like I had a drink when we went out to one of our, I think it was like Valentine's Day dinner or something, I don't know. We went to a dinner together and I had a drink at that point. But I like, this is like the first time I had any substantial amount, so. And yeah, I'm a lightweight again because I haven't drinking in like 2 years, so. Because basically I haven't drinking a lot since before, you know, Sydney was born, so. Or, yeah, before I found out she was pregnant, so I was like, okay. Before I found out I was pregnant with her. Oh my gosh, words are hard. But anyways, yeah, so I had a substantial amount and we were having a lot of fun and stuff like that, and then I kept making jokes with Sophie. I'm like, I'm gonna drunk text you later. So it was really comical. It was a lot of fun and it was very, very relaxing and something I think we both needed. And then it was funny too because like I said, I just got her into diamond painting. I let her have one of my Diamond Art Club canvases that I might not, it's like one of those ones that I would work on eventually, but it's not like high on my radar. It's one that I got in a mystery kit or a mystery box. So I was like, oh yeah, because it was like that mystery clearance box where they had a bunch of overstock clearance and they basically gave you 4 paintings for like the price of 1. So yeah, I had a couple of paintings that I was like, okay, you can choose between these 2. And then she chose Bat Princess, which is a square painting. So she went right in for the squares, and she's been really enjoying it. Like she sends me progress pictures all the time. I'm like, oh, I love it. I'm so glad I got one of my friends into this. And then, of course, in turn, getting her into it, that got my friend Angel messing around with it too. And then I was like, well, I have the second painting that I offered to April. So Angel, if you want it, it's yours. And so she's like, oh heck yes. So when April came over, I sent the painting with her to give to Angel when she saw her at work. Or, no, she wasn't seeing her at work, but never mind. That was a couple weeks ago. That was when April came over to help us with Sydney. But yeah, she took the painting with her to give to Angel. And so Angel's been working on hers too, and she's also been sending me progress or updates, and I'm really excited that I've gotten 2 of my friends into it. And then Cassie, I know you don't have the patience for it, so it's okay. But yeah, so when April came over, I was like, oh, don't worry about bringing your toolkit. I'll let you choose like from the stuff I have, you know, because I have a bunch of like cat-proof trays. I got the Firefly trays and JH Envision and the Muni Made, and I got all these pens and stuff like that, and waxes and putties and the works, just the works here. And so she actually used this tray, the red cat-proof tray. And then she also used my Butterfly Effect Wear's black opal pen, which she said that was like amazing right off the bat. And then, and it was funny, the first time she put drills in the cat-proof tray, she just like shook it a couple of times and they just lined up so perfectly. And she went, oh, that's how you do it. Yep. Because these trays are definitely a lot better than the white ones that you get in the Diamond Art Club kit. So that was pretty funny. She just like shook it and she's like, oh wow. And then of course, you know, it's rude because it's like, oh, well, yeah, I made you enjoy all these products and now you have to go buy them. Mwahaha. The Catproof is currently on a hiatus because they're currently in the process of moving. Although it sounds like they're going to be opening up sooner than they anticipated, so that's good at least. But yeah, I sent her some links to like for a diamond painting pen shop that's like reasonably, because like Jim's Handmade Pens. They have some reasonably priced pens. Actually, I can talk about this now. I actually ordered one for my good friend Stealthy Crafter because her favorite color is purple, and the girl did not have a purple pen. She has a red pen, which is my favorite color. And I'm like, wait, this is just not right. It's a crime against nature. You don't have a purple pen in your stash. So I got her a pen from Jim's Handmade Pens. But yeah, then I was telling April, like, yeah, this is probably the best pricing you'll find right off the bat, because like, yeah, like Enabler's Outpost and Butterfly Effect Wares and all of them, they're pretty pricey, but you know, it's worth it, you know. You get the fancy turns, like over at Jim's Handmade Pens, you only get like bumps and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, I figured like that'd be a good starting point for her, and then we'll get her in the rest of the way. But it's just funny, she keeps telling me like, oh, thank you so much for getting me into this craft, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna screenshot you saying that, because I feel like someday you're gonna be yelling at me. But yeah, her and Angel have already been combing the Diamond Art Club website and like picking up paintings and stuff like that, so that's exciting. I'm really excited that they're into it. This one. Okay, so yeah, that was my Wednesday. That and Thursday. Okay, so Thursday was the day I actually took notes, guys. I got this. I'm not gonna be all scatterbrained today. Just not gonna be able to talk, apparently. Or form correct sentences. I swear I'm an English major. Anyway. So Thursday we got the boys back. They came back well, it's funny because like they came back early, but they went basically immediately over to my in-laws' house, because they've been like trying to get cousin play dates going like crazy they've been trying to get cousin play dates going, but you know, the schedules have been all messed up and stuff, so it's been hard. But yeah, got the boys went straight over there and hung out there for a little bit. The plan initially was supposed to be that we were going to be doing cousin play date and then a family dinner afterwards. Like everybody was going to go over and have dinner, but you know, unfortunately, my fiance's grandfather was in the hospital, and unfortunately he did pass away that day. So plans got cut a little short, and because big thing happened, so they all kind of just were dealing with all that and everything like that. So yeah, we grabbed the boys and got them home and stuff, and the rest of the day was kind of just a relaxing day, although we were kind of annoyed. So Alex is definitely one of those, like, I see something I want and I'm just gonna buy it, and we like had a discussion with him about it, but when he was over at, like, it was like last time they were here when they were hanging out with their cousin, Eli was showing them like he was like showing them Tears of the Kingdom and stuff like that, and the boys were like, oh yeah, it's so cool and stuff like that. And then of course, like, they came home and they were like watching the trailer for Tears of the Kingdom on like the Switch Online like shop page and everything like that, and we're like, okay, well, you can't play Tears of the Kingdom without playing Breath of the Wild first. That's a sequel. You need to play the first game. And so like we told him, like, just don't get this game because you need to play the first one first. Well, guess what? He didn't listen. So like he starts playing on the Switch, and I look up. I'm like, is this Tears of the Kingdom? He's like, yeah, I bought it last week with my own money. And I'm like, but really? And so we're like, you know, we told you not to get this game because it's a sequel. You have to play Breath of the Wild first. And he's just kind of like staring, like, oh my gosh. We run into this a lot. It's like we tell them not to do something, and then they go back to their mom's house and just do it anyways. And it's like, okay, you really need to stop doing this. So yeah, that was a little frustrating. And then of course, you know, since he's been playing that, Drake's kind of just been sitting there watching him play and like constantly like backseat gaming. That's what I call it, backseat gaming. It's similar to backseat driving. So yeah, he's like been really bad with backseat gaming and stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, well, I couldn't remember if I had the physical copy or the digital copy of it, but I do have Breath of the Wild. And it turns out I do have the digital copy, or the physical copy of it. So I told Drake, I'm like, well, since you're like really engrossed in this and you seem like you would be really good at playing this game, because he was like solving all the puzzles for Alex. So I was like, yeah, I'll let you borrow this under like these guidelines. So I basically told him it doesn't leave the house because, you know, I don't want him taking it back to his mom's house and losing it. And then the other thing is, like, if it gets damaged, then either you're replacing it with your own money, or we're gonna get you one less birthday present or something in payment of me having to replace the game. So I agreed to those terms, and then I was letting him play it. And he seems like he's enjoying it. And honestly, I'm surprised that Alex has stuck with Tears of the Kingdom as long as he has, because, you know, it's a very, like, story-heavy game and puzzle-heavy game, and he gets so frustrated easily. Okay, let's see. Then we go to Friday. So on Friday, we decided to do another... Oh, come on. Just missed. See what I missed. On Friday, we decided to take Sydney in the pool again and see if she will have a better time with it with the boys. Because, like, we took her in last week when the boys weren't here, and she seemed to get better with it. So we took her in with the boys again. And she basically acted the same. She just chilled. She's still a little unsure and not quite ready to explore. I mean, she's starting, like, if one of us is holding her, she, like, reaches out to the side of the pool and, like, grabs the bars and stuff like that. Where is it? It's right there. But she's not quite, like, adventurous yet. But she is letting us put her in her pool floaty, which is a big step, because usually she just, like, clings to us. But yeah, we put her in the pool floaty, and then of course, like, she was, like, looking at the water, and then she went to, like, touch her face to it, and then, like, got water in her nose and stuff like that. And it's like, why did you do that, Goober? And then yeah, and then we were, like, having a couple of issues with the boys, because it's like, when me and Sydney are in the pool, like, we're basically asking them not to splash, because we're trying to get her used to the water and to a point where she's not, like, stressing out or anything like that. So we kept telling the boys not to splash, and then, like, Drake kept going underwater to do flips and stuff like that, and every time he did, he would just, like, kick a bunch of water at us and stuff like that. And so it got to the point where, like, okay, don't be doing any more flips, because, like, you do, like, and of course, like, right afterwards, he did another one. We're like, okay, you do one more, you're going to sit on the deck while the rest of us continue swimming. And, like, usually at the end, or towards the end of pool time, like, me and Sydney will get out, and then the boys will have their chance to go wild and crazy. And so it's like, we just ask, like, okay, while she's in the pool, since she's still getting used to it, let's just try to minimize splashing and stuff like that. So yeah, we've been working with the boys on that, and it's been a little stressful, but we'll get there. But yeah, so yeah, she was having a blast swimming. And then, of course, like, while we're in the pool, I'm sitting there, and I'm, like, listening, and I hear a truck idling out front, and we were waiting for a really big delivery that day. And I was like, "Hun, I think that's UPS." And so he got out of the pool and went to the front and checked, and sure enough, I was right, it was UPS. My new computer got delivered. I was so excited. So excited. So yeah. We got that all hooked up and ready to go, and then I think my fiance took the kids and took the boys and went grocery shopping and stuff like that. And then I was, like, sitting there messing around on my new computer and stuff, and oh my goodness, it's so nice. Like, I turned on that computer and you cannot hear it running. I'm like, whoa, it's so quiet. Because, like, I'm used to my old computer has this big chunky fan on the side of it, so when you turn it on, you just hear the fan whirring, going, like, running and stuff like that. And then it's also got these really nice, pretty LEDs on it, so it's, like, very colorful. And yeah, and so I re-upped my subscription to World of Warcraft and jumped in the game for the first time since, like, March, I think we determined. And, like, of course, like, all my friends that I play with are like, oh my gosh, you're back! And I'm like, yeah! And then, of course, like, day one, my guild master is like, oh, we're gonna go do World Quest together, get in war mode. I'm like, what? Really? But yeah. So yeah, we got back in and I was playing, and, like, basically the last few nights I've been playing a little bit more World of Warcraft. So, like, I diamond paint during the day while Sydney's still up and stuff, because it's easier for me to diamond paint instead of versus play while she's awake. But that was funny too, because, like, we knew the delivery. Oh, I just, like, totally changed gears. They the delivery was expected for Wednesday, and I was like, or not Wednesday, for Thursday, and I was like, oh, wouldn't it be awesome? Friday. It was expected for Friday. Holy crap. And I was like, oh, wouldn't it be awesome if they showed up, like, a day early? And I'm like, wait, that's probably a good thing it's not going to show up a day early, because honestly, I stream on Thursdays on Twitch, and I wouldn't have wanted to do that if I had my new computer. Yes, I got crystals in this kit, so I'm excited, and I just placed my first crystals in here. So yeah, I was like, oh, it's probably a good thing I didn't come early, because, you know, obviously I would want to play on that versus stream, so worked out well for us, or worked out well for me. So yeah, on Friday night, I got myself right back in the game, started playing my catch-up and all that stuff, and then I started going through storylines. And, because, like, you know, I have a lot to catch up on. I think I have, like, 2 or 3 patches worth of stuff to catch up on. So I'm going through these storylines, and of course, like, the first one I do has me bawling like a baby over a character death, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why? Why did I do this one first? And of course, you know, I did it right before bed too, so I'm like sitting there like, oh my god. But yeah, like, I'm sitting there like full on tears crying, and my fiance looks over at me, he's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. It was hilarious. Yay, got my first section done. Okay, let's open up the next one. And so yeah, make sure we're straight on this one. I wasn't very straight on the other one, so yeah. Man, this blade gets dull so fast. So yeah. And then, of course, like, the next day, the next storyline also had me in tears. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this just going to keep happening? Am I just going to keep crying? And then, like, the third storyline I did last night, I think it was, and I was like, okay, I finally have a storyline that I'm content with the ending. Where'd you go? Where'd it go? Hold on a second. Need to find my magnet. Seriously, where'd it go? Okay. That one traveled far. Okay. Okay. Trying to get on the non-glare for her. Okay. But yeah. So yeah, that was my birthday present. And I guess kind of our anniversary present, because we both completely forgot about our anniversary. Because we were so focused on my birthday. Still laughing about that. Last night I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh wait, happy anniversary. But yeah, today, August 1st, is our 3-year anniversary. So yeah, I was like, okay, so this is my birthday present, anniversary gift. It's like perfect. And I'm like, yeah, I think you're pretty set on holidays for like the next 10 years after that, like, because, you know, brand new computer, they're not cheap. But yeah. I love it though. It's been so much fun, and like getting back in the game and stuff like that, and being able to crank those graphics all the way up and just be able to enjoy like every aspect of the game. It's just like, yes, thank you. Okay. Yeah, so it was Friday. Okay, and then Saturday, we had great plans for Saturday. We asked the boys like, oh, how do you guys feel about like going mini golfing? And the boys are like, oh yeah, it sounds like fun and stuff, like, you know, they're like, yeah, we want to do it. And so we're like, okay, so Saturday we planned to go mini golfing. nature decided to tell us no. And it rained all day Saturday. Like, I woke up and there was like thunderstorms, and I'm like, oh, are you freaking kidding me? And yeah, the rain just did progress throughout the day, and I was, or because they're like, oh, or because I told my fiance when I was getting home, I'm like, by the way, it's been raining. He's like, well, it might still clear up. I'm like, I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, it didn't clear up. So, yeah, mini golfing did not happen. Like, because we had a plan, we're like, okay, we're gonna go mini golfing, and then afterwards we'll get some Abbott's for ice cream, or we plan to go to like Bill Gray's for dinner and then get Abbott's ice cream afterwards. And so we're like, okay, well, instead we did Wendy's for dinner, and we didn't do the ice cream that night. So instead we basically just had a video game day. So the boys just played their Switches all day. Sydney played with her toys all day, but she's got like a Switch and a Game Boy replicas, like for her toys and stuff like that. And it's funny too, because the Game Boy has like just like slightly off variations of popular Nintendo songs and stuff like that. So we're like, so it's kind of like she has her own Switch, and then, the Game Boy, yeah, it's like she has her own games, and then like the Switch toy, it has like the Animal Crossing noises and stuff like that. So it's kind of like she has her own, but not really at the same time. But yeah. So yeah, we just had a video game day and relaxed because, you know, not much you can do about the rain outside. Okay, and then Sunday we had initially planned to do our rain check for the mini golf, but we were just exhausted. I believe, or no, was it Saturday? No, I think it was Sunday night that, well, either way, that was Sunday during the day. Yeah, so we had initially, I remember what happened. We stayed up way too late because I was streaming on Saturday, and then after I ended my stream, which I ended it late that night because I had so much engagement and stuff, because Rax was causing trouble, like Rax does. But yeah, I had so much engagement. I actually ended it a few minutes late. And then like afterwards I was like, I kind of want to play some WoW. So I ended up logging into WoW at like midnight, and then we were just playing, and then, you know, like I was like, oh, I gotta complete the storyline now, and then so I didn't finish playing until almost, or like 2 something or something like that. Yeah, and then we went to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, that's why mini golf didn't happen on Sunday, because we were exhausted because we stayed up way too late. And of course I had to get up with Sydney in the morning, and she was being ridiculous. Like, she was being so grumpy. And then she was like refusing her nap, and then I'm like sitting there, I'm like, I'm frustrated and in tears like I usually get, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just want to sleep. And that was a whole situation there on Sunday. But yeah, all was good though. We decided like, okay, we're not gonna worry about mini golf today. We're just gonna relax because we need to. And then I feel like, yeah, Sunday was one of the days that the girls were actually available for the boys to play with, so they actually went outside and played with the neighbor girls a bit. Actually, I think they were outside for most of the day. But yeah, we told them, like, we've been trying to encourage them to use like their toys more and stuff like that, because like they have all these Nerf guns, but the games that they're playing, they've been using like sticks as guns, and it's like, you know, why don't you guys just take your actual Nerf guns out? And then of course, you know, Alex is like, well, I don't want to lose darts and stuff like that, and we're like, dude, you realize how cheap 100 pack of darts are? So like we've encouraged them to bring their Nerf guns outside and use those instead of like yelling bang and with sticks and stuff like that. So that's what they've been doing. They've been bringing those out, and we basically just like make sure like make sure you like make an effort to clean up the darts and stuff like that. Don't just like say, oh, I didn't see it, and it's just like one sitting there clear as day. So yeah, we make sure they spend enough time, or a good amount of time after they're done playing, to pick up the darts and stuff like that. And the girls have been really good about helping them too, so yeah, it's been working out well. And so yeah, now it's like every time they want to go outside, it's like, oh, can you bring the Nerf guns out? So yeah, now they're just kind of like chilling by the back door. But it's funny too, because like since they're chilling by the back door, so he's like, oh, I can get into this stuff. And like most of the day today, she was carrying around this like silencer that they have for one of their Fortnite Nerf guns. She was like, I'm like, and then I had to laugh because I was like, oh, Sydney, you're carrying around a silencer. And then she shrieked at me. I'm like, well, I guess it's not working. But yeah, so yeah, Sunday the boys were out playing with the girls most of the day, which was good because, you know, after a Saturday of not being able to get out of the house and stuff like that, it was good that they were able to go out and play with the girls and stuff like that. And then gave us some recoup time too, because, you know, usually by the end of the boy weeks we were getting exhausted, and even though this one's been a little messed up, we're still technically at the end of it because the boys go back tomorrow, which for you guys will be today because you'll be watching it on Wednesday. So yeah, the boys go to their grandparents tomorrow, and then they'll be taking a little vacation after that. So yeah. So yeah, and then we were gonna try to like reschedule oh yeah, and then we still ended up doing ice cream on Sunday. So actually Sunday was when we had Wendy's. Okay, see, even when I already stuff down, I'm still scatterbrained. So yeah, so Sunday we were talking, yeah, since we were talking about going mini golf, we're like, okay, we'll do the Bilgrays and stuff then. I think we just did something small for dinner on Saturday then. But then we're like, okay, so yeah, so since we decided against doing mini golf, we're like, okay, so why don't we just, you know, why don't we at least do the ice cream portion of it, and then like use it, and then my fiance's like, oh, well, we can do dinner and ice cream portion of it. I'm like, okay, that works. That way the boys still get like some sort of treat out of it. And so we had Wendy's for dinner, and then we got Abbott's ice cream afterwards. And yeah, it was that way, like, we wanted to make sure the boys still got a treat, even though like we didn't have, like, it's not their fault we didn't have the energy. Well, it's partially their fault, but still, but yeah, it's mostly Sydney's fault that we didn't have the energy. So it's like, okay, I feel bad that we're not doing this, but we can still do this portion of it to make up for it. So yeah, we did the ice cream and we had the dinner, and they enjoyed that part of it. And then of course, like, went right back outside and played with the girls again. So they were basically out there until like bedtime. And then yeah, and then Sydney was in bed before they went to get ice cream as I was putting her in bed. So she didn't get any ice cream, but that's okay. Girl is hyper enough, she doesn't need it. So yeah, then the plan was, okay, we'll try again Monday for mini golf. And then we like thought about it, or no, like, I think Monday was a very stressful, or what? Oh my god, I don't remember. All I know is we decided that we didn't want to try to like squeeze in mini golf this, like, we're like, okay, well, we don't really have much time left this week because, you know, today the boys are over at his parents' house again, and we just don't have enough hours in the day because, you know, my fiance still has to work and stuff like that. So it's like, we were trying to do it on the weekend because we had the extra time to do it, but during the week it's harder to come up with that extra time. So we were like, okay, why don't we just do it next time the boys come here? That way we have an entire week to figure it out. So yeah, we told the boys that, and they're like, that's fine, and we're like, okay, cool. So yeah, basically we tried to make up for it. Yeah, we tried to make up for it by just like making sure we got out in the pool and stuff like that. Unfortunately, Sunday we couldn't get in the pool because we had shocked the pool a couple, yeah. See, Sunday. So we shocked the pool on Saturday, or on Friday. Yeah, it was on Friday because that was the last day we went swimming. So yeah, we shocked the pool, and then of course, since like we threw the solar cover on top and stuff like that, the sun didn't actually like bake off a lot of the chlorine, and so like the water was too high chemically for it to be safe for us to go swimming in it. So our plans to go swimming on Sunday were kind of ruined because of that. So we basically just like pulled the cover off the pool and let the sun do its job on getting the chlorine levels down. Thankfully, the chlorine levels were down enough for us to go swimming on Monday. So yeah, we were able to go in the pool. We were able to get Sydney out there again, and you know, she just reacted the same way again, just sitting there with like staring around and everything like that. We need to figure out like a good method for her eyes, because she's got blue eyes, so her eyes are very sensitive to the sunlight and everything like that. We were hoping she was going to get my brown eyes because I can be outside in the sun without any issues. So we're like, come on, give her my eyes, but no, not that lucky. Especially since, you know, brown eyes are recessive gene to blue eyes, so yeah, unfortunately we lost that battle. So yeah, we need to figure out a good like maybe like get her some sunglasses or something. Although like it's hard with them at that age, because it's like, will you actually tolerate this being on you? Will you keep this on your face, or will you throw it? Like the questions that we need to know. I need to take a sip real quick. Coffee. Okay. Yeah, I'm skipping my nap today since when Sydney's up from her nap, we're going over to my in-laws' house to join the chaos. So I was like, I think I'm gonna do a second cup of coffee since I'm skipping my nap. Because, yeah, basically I feel like I've gotten into a good system now with like handling getting up early with Sydney and stuff like that, and also still staying up late because, you know, it's hard to. I just want to do stuff at night. Like, it's hard to go to bed early because it's like, okay, well, this is the only me time I have. Only time I have to sit and work on my diamond painting stuff or play my game or something like that without a child crawling all over me. So I think I finally came up with a good system though. So basically I get up, like on mornings I get up with her. Usually she's up by like 9 if I'm lucky. Usually she's up by 9 or sometimes even 8 when I get up with her and stuff like that. And then computer just ramped up. Oh my god, was it? My brain just was like, nope, just kidding, we're not gonna talk anymore. So yeah, I usually get up with her, and then when I lay her down for her naps, then that's usually like when I'll be getting him up too. But then he'll be taken over and stuff like that. And then I lay down for a nap, and then he lets me nap usually for like a couple hours, and then I'm rejuvenated and good to go. So I came up with a good system for that, but you know, we're gonna mess with the system today. I got up with her this morning, but I'm not taking my nap because we gotta leave in a little bit. But it's okay. I'm sure I'll be I actually feel energized today. I don't think we went to bed too late last night, and Sydney slept until like almost 9 today. So Although she did wake up at 6 a.m. at first, and then I had to go in and give her back her pacifier and then like hope that she resettled herself, and she did. So that ended up working out nicely. But then she always wakes up when he comes downstairs to log into work and stuff like that. So, do music note. Yeah. So yeah. So where was I? Oh yeah, yesterday. Well, I think Sunday night was the night we had some of the issues that we were having. So, obviously, like I said, the boys have been very thrown off with the schedule being messed up. And so, like, for some reason, Sunday night, Alex was really fighting sleeping. Like, they were up talking really late, and then my fiance went upstairs and told him, like, you need to settle down, you need to go to sleep. And then, they were quiet for, like, a little bit. And then at, like, 11 o'clock, Alex came out of the room to go to the bathroom. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? Why are you still up at 11 o'clock? Like, mind you, we put them in bed at 8:30. And so that's how long this has been going on. And so we, and so yeah, like we're dealing with that. I'm like, okay, get back in bed, go to sleep. Like you're up way too late. So of course, like yesterday, he was moody, very moody, because he didn't sleep the night before. And it's like, oh my goodness, kid. Like, he's like yelling at his game, he's yelling at his brother, he's like getting frustrated, and it's like, okay, you need to chill out. Like, we know you didn't sleep last night, but you know. And so like we had a whole day with like that yesterday. So like that was another reason why we're like, okay, we're not gonna worry about the mini golf right now, because honestly we can't handle it. Like the grumpy, like we didn't want to deal with taking him out in public while he's being grumpy and stuff like that, because you know, you just ruined the time for everybody else. And then it's got a hole in it. Yeah. And then yeah, so we're like, okay, we're just not gonna deal with it. And then so last night we were trying to get them in bed and everything like that. And well, he was trying. I was listening to Laura's Live, because that's the one thing I do for myself every week. I don't tuck the boys into bed on Monday nights, because I'm usually watching Laura's Live. So I was down here, and then I heard him in tears upstairs. We're like, oh gosh, what's going on? But like, you know, it was just basically what it equates to is like, you know, the week's just really messing with him. It's just weird because, you know, last night would have been that night that he would have been back with his mom, and it was just a whole situation. Or yeah, Sunday night was the night they would be back with their mom. So yeah, it was just a whole situation, and you know, got him to calm down, got him in bed, and once they were in bed, they were good, because I mean, of course, they had a threat of losing switch on them if they got up and got up so late again. But yeah, seems like they were able to like fall right to sleep. And then of course this morning, like, he was in a much better mood, and like, I mean, I was in a better mood too. That's kind of funny. So we ended up having to do an Instacart order yesterday, because we needed all of the diapers. All but the swimming diapers. But we needed her normal diapers, and we needed her overnight diapers. And so we did an Instacart order, and we got them here and stuff like that. But the overnight diapers were brought upstairs, but the regular ones weren't. And so this morning I went to get her up and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh wait, your diapers are still downstairs. So I let her stand in her crib, and as long as if she's in the crib with the lights on and the door open, she knows you're not trying to lay her back down, so she's calm. And then I ran down the stairs, and I grabbed the box of diapers, and I held it above my head, and then Alex is like, oh, good morning, Mackenzie. And I'm like, good morning, bud. And then I ran back upstairs, and he's like, oh my gosh, craziness. So that gave us a good laugh. How much needed? Yeah. But yeah, I was like, okay, good. He's in a good mood. So yeah, and then, you know, it was actually a pretty chill morning too, because like Sydney was even behaving, so like I was really excited to start this because I was like, yeah, like because I've had this kit up for a couple weeks now, and I've been like going crazy because I've been dying to start it, but you know, I'm a fast diamond painter, so if I started it, I'd have nothing left for the event. So I was like, okay, excuse me, I will be good. I will not start it until August 1st. So I had it all set up on the table, ready to go for this morning, for when I got up, and like I have my Luna and Artemis mug all washed and clean, so I was able to drink my coffee out of it while I was working on this, and I was very excited for this morning. So yeah, I got down here, and oh, of course I missed that one. I got down here and I started working on this, and Sydney was behaving, although it was funny. I was trying to load my pen up. I was like struggling with the glue dot I had because it was too big for the tip, so I had to cut a part of it off and stuff like that. But as I'm like doing this, Sydney comes over to me, and she like, when she wants to hand you a toy, she like forces it into your hands. Like, you have to hold this toy, and if you set it down, she'll come back over and she will give it right back to you, because like she does, like for some reason she just wants you to hold that toy. I don't know what goes through her little mind, but she just needs you to hold that toy at that moment. So she decided that while I was fighting with my glue dot, that was the perfect time for me to take her Switch. And I was like, oh my gosh, child, I don't have a free hand right now. So what does she do? She like shoves it into my arm, like on top of my arm, so that way it's just sitting on top of my arm. And I'm like, are you serious? So I took a picture and I sent it to my friend Stealthy Crafter. I'm like, girl, look what this girl's doing. Look what this kid's doing to me. Gave her a good laugh this morning too. But yeah, I was just like, what the heck? Like, she's like, no, you hold this right now. Just shoves it and like makes it sit there, and like, okay. But yeah, that's my child. She's a special little girl, that's for sure. Oh good, I managed to kill him all time. Yeah, and then Monday again was just some swimming and stuff, and of course the boys are like saying like, oh, the girls want to go swimming and stuff like that, and we're like, well, yeah, we would like to take them swimming more often, because like, you know, we're the ones with the pool, they don't have the pool. The way our neighbor says it, it's like, we have the best house for the summer and they have the best house for the winter. Because like the kids go over there and play Switch during the winter, and then during the summer we have like the trampoline in the backyard and the pool and all the fun stuff. But we haven't been able to get the girls over to go swimming because they go to a summer camp and they don't get home until like almost 6 p.m. And it's like, okay, well by that point, you know, we're dealing with baby bedtime, and we're trying to wind down for the evening and stuff like that, so it's hard to get out in the pool at that point. So yeah, hopefully we can manage something here in the next couple days, or well, I don't know if we'll be able to, because I mean we'll probably have to wait till the next time the boys are back. Although we have told the neighbors, like, if the girls want to go swimming, you guys are welcome to use the pool. Like, if the girls want to jump on the trampoline, you guys are welcome to. They don't have to have boys here for that. Like, we don't care. As long as we have warning, you know. Oh, let's do this one, because there's a lot of this one. So yeah, and then yeah, I've been already talked about today a little bit. Yeah, boys are over at the in-laws' house. We're kind of just having a relaxing day. Right now, Sydney's down for a nap, so I'm able to film my WIP and chat here. And I'm glad I am, because we get the nice lighting instead of just the pure glare. So yeah, so what's coming up this week? Probably some unboxings. I know I have a bunch of videos on. I actually haven't recorded anything but WIP and chats lately, because I have like so many videos backlogged, pre-recorded and stuff like that, but I'm probably gonna go through and do another like bunch of like run through of unboxings and stuff like that, because I have a bunch of paintings that I just got that I need to go through unboxings of. So yeah, well, so yeah, I expect unboxing some point this week. And then of course I will be live on Twitch on Thursday and Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I did add some fun stuff to my channel, and I'm really excited about it. So with becoming an affiliate, they you start getting like channel points. People can accrue channel points for watching you and stuff like that. And I decided to have some fun with like how you can spend those channel points and stuff like that. Actually, Rax gave me the idea on Saturday when he told me to do a 3x3 section of my diamond painting with just tweezers. And I'm like, I can do that. And then I did. And then I was like, well, that'd be kind of fun for like some channel points. So I decided to add in, basically you can like make me multi-place, or use my multi-placer only, use my single placer only, use tweezers for like a certain amount of drills, and then there's also like use tweezers for an entire color. Like, yeah, that's gonna be a rough one, but I was like, yeah, this will be fun. Hopefully add some more engagement and stuff like that. And then of course we have currently one approved, but have 2 emoticons created, and one of them's already been approved by Twitch. We're waiting for them to approve the second one still. So yeah, my subscribers will now have special emoticons that were designed by my fiance. So yeah, I will try to make sure I have a video posted every couple of days. Like, I'm trying to get myself back into that habit. I've just been really bad lately because it's like I'm sitting, I don't realize what day it is, and then I'm like looking at my analytics and stuff. I'm like, oh crap, I haven't posted in like 3 days. So I'm going to try to be better about that. So yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, so I have some unboxings, I have some post reviews. Maybe I'll post a little bit of each this week. And then yeah, all the Twitch stuff. So I think that's about it. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and then throw me a comment. Let me know how you're doing. And for our emoji, let's do something red in honor of Sailor Mars, who's my favorite Sailor Scout, if you couldn't tell. the Mars cover miner, the Mars painting, Mars everything. Yeah, even painted my nails for her. So yeah, throw me an emoji of something red if you made it to the end of this video. And then if you're not already subscribed and you did make it to the end of this video, why don't you go ahead and hit that little subscribe button down there, and then hit that bell to be notified whenever I post new videos. Generally, WIP and chats are posted on Wednesdays, but other videos like small shop hauls, post reviews, unboxings, what have you, those are posted at random. So you want to hit that bell to be notified whenever I post videos. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.